Right, so let's move on to the journal. Yeah, I will let you read this journal, Journal of Cleaner Production, published in 2019. Topics industrial symbiosis towards the design process for eco-industrial cluster by integrating circular economy and industrial ecology perspective. So from this journal, yeah, the learning objective, to understand the concept of industrial symbiosis. So when you have read the journal, you should be able to understand the concept of industrial symbiosis, similar to the slide which I've shown you earlier. Learn the core principles of circular economy and industrial ecology. Explore the integration of CE and IE into the design process. Understand the step-by-step design process for eco-industrial cluster, and then analyze the real-world application to a case study. Okay. Right. So next one, what is industrial symbiosis? Again, I think this is because we are referring to the journal, so it explains the collaboration among industries to exchange resources, example, materials, energy, water, and byproducts. And it can promote mutual economic and environmental benefits, inspired by natural ecosystem. So it is actually the natural ecosystem that this industrial symbiosis is mimicking, is trying to follow. Okay, example, waste stream from one plant used by another, and then waste heat also can be reused. Benefit of industrial symbiosis is the reduction in resource consumption and waste. Okay, cost saving through shared infrastructure and services. Because you share infrastructure and services, definitely you're going to cut a lot of costs. And then lower the greenhouse gas emission, especially the carbon dioxide. Yeah, strengthen regional industrial network. So the network of industry from different perspective, different aims and objective will be strengthened, in the regional basis. Introduction to circular economy. Circular economy. Economic is actually economic model that aims to eliminate waste and promote resource efficiency. So towards the end, you do not want to have a lot of waste. You want to reuse whatever you have, and it's very in a much more efficient way. So the key principles to CE is actually to design out waste and pollution and keep products and materials in use. Okay, and also regenerate natural systems. These are three key principles in circular economy. Yeah, to design out waste and pollution, keep products and material in use, and regenerate natural system. So the circular economy relevance to industrial symbiosis in terms of focuses on long-term value retention. Yeah, they also encourages redesign of products for reuse and recyclability, and it promotes product as a service models. Last but not least, shift business focus from linear to circular value chain. So it's not normal linear like we used to be. We have to have, now everything has got to go in a circular way. Yeah, circular value chain. So industrial symbiosis is something very new, and everybody must understand that and go towards that kind of way, for you to achieve the circular economy. So introduction to industrial ecology, field that examines industrial system through ecological metaphor. This is all related to the journals. I do explain about industrial ecology, which is something you are aware of. By now. Analyze materials and energy flows to optimize system efficiency and promotes closed loop processes. So everything is being reused. And then tools is actually the life cycle assessment and material flow analysis. So you know that the material will be reused, the life cycle of all those components that you have can be recycled, and it's assessed. So it is not wasted. IE relevance to IS. How can this be relevance? It provides analytical tools to evaluate industrial system and helps identify system level improvement and resource load. It also supports quantitative assessment, yeah, of symbiotic exchanges. How do you see the relatedness between the industrial ecology and also in industrial symbiosis? It works together. Yeah. Why integrate circular economy and industrial ecology? Yeah, because circular economy, it provides design and strategic thinking. Yeah, circular economy, and while IE offers scientific and system level analysis. So this industrial ecology will provide you the scientific and the system level, the analysis, while the CE provide the design and how can this be done. And the combined approach enables holistic and practical solution. You understand the theory and then you practice it. So this is where circular economy and industrial ecology comes in place. It's just the term, yeah, is different, but more circular economy in terms of designing and the thinking and how you do it, how are you going to do it, and industrial ecology offers more systematic way of how to analyze how to get it done. So addresses both planning and evaluation. So if you have this integration of circular economy and industrial ecology, you are going to have both, yeah, planning and evaluation comes in place. Problem with current approach. What is the problem with current approach that we have now? It's actually fragmented methodology. So it's not clear. It's here and there. Lack of standard procedures. No clear procedures of how to get things done. Limited stakeholder engagement. Not many would like to take place in such new system, and weak translation of academic theory into practice. This is very weak because whatever we learn in the university, whatever we practice, whatever theory that we understand, sometimes it's not easy to be practiced and applied in industry. So these are the current problems, yeah, or the current problem with the current approaches. Yeah? So it's quite not easy, yeah, to be implemented due to all these factors. So design process overview. Proposed teamwork integrates the CE, IE, and strategic design. 6 key steps needs to be considered. The context of the analysis, how you going to analyze it. The stakeholder engagement, this is very important. All the industries must play their role if they want this to be successful. Opportunity identification, yeah, what are the things that can be done, how they can integrate, need to be identified. The concept development, what is the concept towards the end of the day, what do you want it to happen, that must be also clearly designed. Implementation planning, yeah, how you implement the planning, and also monitoring and evaluation at the end of the day. Okay, so these 6 key steps must be very clear in order for you to have the framework, yeah, to integrate CEI and also the strategic design. So step 1 is the context analysis. First, what you have to do is actually to map industrial ecosystem, existing infrastructure, resources, and also logistics. You have to map and see what is the current industrial ecosystem. And then number 2, analyze the policies and regulation. What can be done, what cannot be done. Okay. And third, identify the local strengths and weaknesses. What is the strengths and the weaknesses of this particular company, and what are the environmental pressures that they are facing, so that we can help to overcome this when we integrate. So this is first step. The second step is the stakeholder engagement. What you have to do is identify the key players, which industries, who are the play the key important roles, yeah, in the industry, the regulators, community groups. And then number 2, facilitate collaboration through workshops and co-design session. So you have to facilitate the collaboration. So those who are planning to do this industry symbiosis should be one body, yeah, that actually to monitor and then to integrate and facilitate collaboration, because you cannot expect one company to be doing that and another company is not. So there must be a body to actually control the process of industrial symbiosis. Third, build trust and align incentive. So build the trust between the different industry, and then align what are the incentive, what are the things that can be done, what are the things that cannot be done. and the similarities, differences, they have to work together. Different industries must work together. Step 3 is the opportunity identification. Use tools such as MFA, the SWOT analysis to see what are the things that can be done with the materials and the waste and so on, the benefits of it. Identify potential resource exchanges. This is very important. What are the things that can be exchanged? What are the things that can be reused? What are the materials that can be taken up by other industry, and where it is a waste for certain industry must be clearly identified. And then prioritize based on feasibility and impact. Okay, this must also take into consideration. Step 4, the concept development. So concept development is actually to develop prototypes of symbiotic solution. You have to have prototype before you go into the real field, something that you can see, at a very small scale. Not really small, but small enough that you can actually plan. So you have to see the symbiotic solution of different industries, how they integrate, and analyze the technical and economic viability. Is it okay once we have done it? What is the problem? What will be the technical issue? Is it economic viable? Is it feasible? Yeah, and then incorporate business model. So shared services, leasing must be incorporated. So you have a lot of heads here. Yeah, people coming from different backgrounds and different expert area must sit together and understand each other's role and how it can be integrated for you to come up with one very clear industrial symbiosis. And then use scenario planning as well. Okay. Step 5, yeah, the implementation planning. So according to the paper, yeah, you have to define responsibilities and governance structure. Very important. Once you want to implement something, you have to have a higher role ranking people that they will have responsibility, and they will govern, yeah, the whole idea. Set timelines and resource requirements so that you can see whether you are successful at certain timelines, right? Plan for regulatory compliance and risk management. So things that have very high risk, low risk must be considered, and how do you overcome high risk tasks, and how do you overcome lower risk tasks, and what are the regulation that you need to follow, yeah, in order for you to achieve all this implementation planning. Step 6, okay, this is the last bit. It's actually monitoring, yeah, and evaluation. Develop KPIs, emission reduction, material savings and economies, and then set up feedback and mechanisms, right? And then you can adjust based on performance and new opportunities. Yeah, so these 3 steps is important in monitoring and evaluation of the whole industrial symbiosis process. So one very important case study is at Kalundborg, which I have explained just now. It's a world first full-scale industrial symbiosis network. Yeah, the key features is actually energy and water exchange between power plant, refinery industry, pharmaceutical industry, and others. It's a closed loop system for stream, gypsum, and sludge. Yeah, the outcome of this Kalundborg industrial symbiosis network is actually reduce CO2 emission, cost saving, and so create a job, yeah, for people around there. So this is one of the world full-scale industrial symbiosis, yeah, involving more than 10, yeah, different industries. So challenges and consideration. Organizational and cultural barriers is the most challenging factors. Yeah? Data and knowledge sharing limitations as well. Need to enabling policies, yeah, and importance of long-term commitment. So these are the challenges if you want to consider industrial symbiosis. Yeah. Okay, so this is my last slide, yeah, on the summary and conclusion. So industrial symbiosis offers major sustainability benefit, definitely. Yeah, waste can be reduced, and then you can work together with resource can be recycled and so on. CE and EE integration supports both design and evaluation. Structured design process enables practical implementation. So collaboration, innovation, and monitoring are key to success. Yeah, this is very important. Not just the scientific fact, but actually the integration between human. Yeah, the collaboration, innovation, and coming out with new infrastructure and monitoring is also very important for success. This is according to the paper that I've shared. Okay, so I think with that, yeah, I'll end the slide for today. Thank you very much, everyone.